So you are here for another lens review, so get ready for the lens review about the Zuiko 1.4 lens. So this video is a follow-up about the 1.8 lens. I highly recommend to check out my two previous videos about the 1.8 for photo and for video. Why I did the 3 sign for photo and for video. Go and check it out, my review, my analysis, sample pictures, and all of that good stuff. But today it's all about the 1.4. Okay, so just a few features about the 1.4. So basically, it's a 50mm. It's a maximum aperture of 1.4. Well, obviously, it's for the OM mount. Well, obviously, and it's a prime lens. Obviously, maximum aperture, well, or minimum, depending on your perspective. But technically, maximum aperture 1.4, maximum the aperture f16, 7 elements, 8 blades. Nowadays. Do I recommend it? Yes, I do recommend it. Go and check the sample pictures. I'm going to post the sample pictures right now. So you have here a sample picture. This is at 1.4. This is the usual teddy bear. This time I'm focused on the heart, the letters on the heart. So 1.4, then I'm going to just fill in some blanks here. Blah, di, da, di, da. After that one, I'm going to post here the f2. This is an f2 sample picture. Again, I'm focused on the lettering on the heart or in the heart, on the heart, you whatever, English, whatever you want to English. Next, we'll have the 2.8. I'm looking at the markings on the lens, so I don't make any mistakes. So this is 2.8. After that, I'm going to fill in some blanks for the f4 sample. So every time I close the blades off, I'm compensating with the shutter speed, so can get a kind of a balanced exposure. This is I'm giving this no treatment, just out of the camera. I'll show which camera I use next. Then I don't remember which one I am right now. So f5.6 now. This is a f5.6 sample. After the f5.6 sample, I'm going to end up with the f8 sample image. Hopefully, I managed to tell all the apertures correctly. In editing, this is a reminding for myself. On the edit, just put on the screen the aperture, the correct aperture, so just to make sure I didn't make any mistakes. So you saw sample images at 1.4 to 2.8, 4, 5, 6, and f8. So once again, this is a prime lens, f1.4 to f16, 7 elements, 8 blades, and it's a very good lens. More about this lens. This lens has been going through some generations. So the first generation is the one I have here. Okay, so because I know that because it says G.Zuiko. So let's see. Let me. You can see them on the pictures of the lens itself, but here you can see it shows the G.Zuiko here. So it means this is first generation, and also it's somewhat detectable by the silver, but by being silver around the front of the edges. It's called the silver nose too, but the second generation, it's also silver here. So, well, just to check for silver nose and G.Zuiko there. If it says G.Zuiko, it's most likely to be first or second generation. G.Zuiko, this one is first generation for sure. Then you have the third and fourth generations that are all black, so no silver nose, and they're just with slight improvements. Some people say that the third and fourth generations are sharper. I don't have any third or fourth generation f1.4 lenses to check out. But as you can see, it's something similar like this. This is not the same 1.8 we saw on my review video. This is a different one. This is a newer generation because it's all black. But It's all good. So this one does not say G.Zuiko. It just says Zuiko, even though it's also a 1.8. So maybe something you get to be aware of. But the subject here is the 1.4, and the 1.4 it's very much heavier than the 1.8. The weight difference is quite considerable. And you also, if you look at the iris, you can see that the 1.8 it's, look at that, so funny. It's pretty smaller than the 1.4, and look at that. That's me. I'm dumb, I know, but it's it's a good perspective. Look at me here. Nice. So this is 1.8. This is a more recent generation than the silver noses of the 1.8. This is a more recent generation of the 1.4s. So there we go. This is the 1.8. You can see that it's noticeably more smaller than the 1.4 here. And I do love the 1.4. In terms of pricings, well, if you check at pricing, you can get the 1.4 by newer generations. Well, it's always hard to say pricings because the people don't say the exact condition of the lens. But you can get it for somewhat cheap. So 50 euro or a little bit less, depending on condition. Highly graded ones with the latest generation, you can get it for 80 euros or somewhere around that. So if you are in the fence of getting the 1.8 or getting the 1.4, I would go for the 1.4. You can get it for similar pricing, and you have a full stop of aperture extra, and you have a more shallower depth of field. That being said, they are very affordable both. So I would maybe get both. So, but if you are willing to get one, get the 1.4, because the price difference, it's not that much, and you have a not that much better, but just a better lens with a 1.4 aperture. That can be very nice. So which camera did I use to make the shots? I used my trusty 5D Classic. Okay, I use the adapter here, and this is my full frame go-to, because this is a Go full frame camera. I used it to take the shots you saw, and of the teddy bear, and it works just great. So I don't see why not use it. Again, not that many processing or no processing at all of the sample images of the teddy bear, and maybe some slight editing of the pictures of the lens itself. But the pictures of the teddy bear using the lens, I'm not going to edit any of them at all, just for you guys to see what can you get with this lens. So as you can see here, this is the lens I used on the review. This is the lens I'm showing you right now. So this is a silver. These are both 1.8s. Okay. So this is a silver nose. This is a non-silver nose. This is the older version. This is the newer version. But in terms of results, in terms of branding, if you check the lettering, besides the silver nose and black nose, they are basically the same thing as far as I can tell. Let me put just this similarly. Okay, so besides the silver nose and black nose, they are the lettering. It's a different font, but the wording it's kind of the same. But I have been using both, and so Zuiko AutoS 50 1.8 made in Japan, Olympus OM system. Well, the font is different, but the results are similar. If you have any questions about any lens, about the 1.4 silver nose, if you have any questions about any of the 1.8 silver nose or black nose, just let me know in the comments below. I will be very happy to reply and do further testing if you wish. Like and subscribe. It really helps the channel to grow. Hope you enjoyed my review and sample images about the Olympus 1.4. This time, the silver nose, first generation. And I'll see you in the next one. Like and subscribe. It really helps.